In this article, we're going to look at creating a DNS entry using the OneFuse provider within Terraform. Oftentimes in Terraform, you'll be provisioning workloads. Those workloads will need to be registered into DNS. In this configuration, we're using the OneFuse Terraform provider. And then we'll be using the OneFuse data source for DNS policy to look up the particular DNS policy that we want to use within OneFuse. And then we have the OneFuse DNS resource record. Here, this takes in a host name, takes in the policy ID, which we'll get from our DNS policy data source. It takes in the DNS zone that you want to register the record into, a value such as the IP address that we want to associate with the record, and then it takes in template properties, which is basically inputs into OneFuse that we'll use when generating the DNS record. To begin, we're going to need to do a Terraform init to download the OneFuse Terraform provider. Also important to note, in this example, I'm using Infoblox as my DNS provider on the back end. OneFuse supports Infoblox, Bluecat, Men and Mice, as well as Microsoft DNS in its current release of 1.2. Now that we've gone ahead and initialized our Terraform configuration, we can perform a Terraform plan. It's going to show us what would be known after apply and show us the template properties that we're passing in to get to the result we're looking for. Now we can go ahead and do a Terraform apply. And once complete, we can go over to OneFuse, scroll down, go ahead and refresh. Here's the latest entry for Terraform. Here's the host name that we passed in, the policy that we consumed. We can go in and look at more details on the job, but before we do that, let's just take a look at details right here. We can see the name that was put into DNS, type of record, in this case was a host record, and the associated IP that was passed through. If we go and look at the job details, we could see all of the inputs that were fed in, including the value of the IP address, the DNS zone, the name that was used to be put in the record, and then any other template properties that we passed into OneFuse. And of course, we can see the associated resulting records. When we no longer need the DNS record, we can go back to Terraform and do a Terraform destroy. Now that our destroy is complete, we can go back to OneFuse. Here's our record. We can refresh, and that record is now gone. In this article, if you follow along, I will walk you through how to set up a Terraform configuration to create DNS records as part of your Terraform configurations. Thank you for watching.